Now the original video that I put up, I took down, and one of the reasons why is I had my address on one of the papers. And so in fact, one of the guys in the comments listed it, and so I had to take it down just because it had my full address. Now here's the thing, but I noticed a lot of comments about silver and about investing in silver and how it's just a big waste of time, that you need supplies and food. Listen, you need food, you need medical supplies, you need water. The rule of threes applies to have those things set aside. But guys, if you're planning for the Stone Age, you can never plan for that much. You can't put enough supplies to go on for 10 years. And there's going to be commerce and things that go on even in the worst case scenario. But if you look at the world itself all around, whether it's Greece, whether it's Argentina, whether it's a lot of the countries in Africa that really were hit hard, business went and came and people imported things and things happened all the time. And silver gives you the ability to be able to pick up supplies and things that you don't have or you can't get. And so yes, take your food, plan your different supplies, prep. I mean, that's what this is, sensible prepper. It's not sensible silver buyer. So having a plan to have some silver put aside is smart. And if you choose not to, that's fine. But guys, you're never going to be able to plan for the Stone Age. So I just wanted to preface that before we get back into the video. And guys, I'm telling you, having some silver is going to give you a lot of options because no one knows the future. No one. Guys, I've had a lot of requests about silver and having silver stocked up for SHTF situation. Is it worth it? Should you buy silver? A lot of people will say, well, you can't eat silver. Well, you can't eat lead and brass and steel either. And really being able to barter and being able to trade, silver is one of the best ways to do that. It has been the currency for mankind since silver was found, and it will continue to be currency. And it's just a great way to have tangible assets that you have in your hand. One question that I get quite a bit is investing in silver, or not necessarily investing in silver, but having silver as part of your preparedness plan. About 6 years ago, I did a video about silver, and really silver is to protect your wealth. But number one, I'm not an economist. I'm not a silver expert, even though I do have a lot of experience because we were in the jewelry business for a number of years. One of the great things about silver, it is a hard asset. It's a currency and it has known value. And silver has a number of different things over gold. Actually, there is less silver in the world than there is gold. And the great thing about silver too is it's being used in industry and of course with jewelry and things like that, and a lot of other industries, especially because it is a superconductor of electricity. So a lot of your modern electronics are starting to turn to silver. One of the things that happened in Argentina back in the early 2000s in one of their economic collapses was when things started going south with the economy, all these little shops opened up that would barter with silver, or that would buy silver in exchange and give you money for it. And you could go into grocery stores and buy things with the silver. It has a known value to it, and silver has an international value. And so this allowed people to take this asset and to be able to protect themselves and have something to where they could buy the food or the supplies or the things that they needed. And as we see here in the U.S., there's a lot of little places that have opened up that do buy gold and silver. There have even been some businesses that have opened up that take silver as currency. And so don't discount the power of silver to protect your wealth. Now here's a bunch of just currency that really is fairly obsolete because inflation in these countries just ate this away and it became worthless. I mean, it became worth less than the paper it's printed on. Yeah, it's pretty and it's colorful and it's kind of cool to have and collect, but this is just worthless paper. Okay. And guys, if you think for a moment that this can't be worthless in an economic situation, upheaval, you're deadly wrong. I mean, this is the thing about this. It's paper. That's what it is. And then there's the old saying, money talks and bullcrap walks. Guys, this is a promise. That's it. This is a promise that this is worth $100. And yeah, we keep money put back for tough times. And so having some cash put back is smart. But guys, this is what they call fiat currency. It is just a promise. It's a promissory note, and it's not worth anything except unless the government says, oh, this is worth $100 and you've got to use it for that. Now, silver is different because this is actual silver, and this has intrinsic value to it. One of the things that I personally like to do is to buy junk silver, and that means it's just for the silver content itself. A lot of guys will buy what they call collectible coins, and these coins are graded and they have certain values to them because of their rarity, and I really steer away from that. I've got good friends that do collect and do use it, and they're using it as an investment. And they said, you know, one guy, he bought a coin, and I think he said he paid $1,500, and once he had it graded, it was worth $15,000. You know, I haven't seen him take that and get the $15,000. And that's one of the things about it is in a tough market, a turbulent economic situation, this is only going to be worth the silver value. The Walking Liberties are minted right in the U.S. They are 100% silver, whereas your standard coins are only 90% silver, 10% copper. And that is pre-1965. Now, if you get some proof sets that are in silver, that's different. But really, 1964 and below is all silver. And I believe when it gets to 65, 66, they were 40% silver. And now they're just junk is what they are. Again, just like this, it's a promissory note. Most of your coinage is not really worth anything except just the coin and just the little bit of metal that's in there. Buying silver like this, this gives you a direct value. It's 99.9% pure silver. Here you can see some of the coins that I have. Actually, I bought this collection from a guy when I was in the jewelry business. The guy wanted some stuff made, and he brought in these silver, and we did some trading around. Guys, I bought most of my silver at $5 an ounce, and that's what it was going for that at that time. Right now, it's about $17. In fact, it's $17.59 an ounce today, but that changes. And gold is at $1,292 an ounce. And when I was buying my silver, a lot of my silver, gold was $300 an ounce. $300 an ounce. So what that really means is, it's not that this has gone up in value necessarily. It means that our dollar has actually devalued. So the things that we could buy then, it's more expensive now. And so again, precious metals like this, whether it's gold or silver, I'm just heavy on silver. It's sensible, and it kind of just makes it more versatile. And one of the big things I'm all about, and you guys know from a lot of the videos that I do, is to be very sensible and to have some different options, plan A, plan B. And I'm not telling you to go out and buy a bunch of silver, because I'm not an economist, I'm not your financial advisor. But I think that having a good sizable amount of silver put back is really important. And two, you can always sell it. You can put this on eBay, you can sell it on Craigslist, you can get on Facebook. I mean, there's a ton of different ways to be able to sell. And of course, obviously, you can go to some of these little places that buy gold and buy silver, and you can sell it there. And to be able to take that money and buy the items that you need. Or you can take the silver directly, because anybody can see that this is an actual U.S. coin. It's silver. It has a known value to it. And I can take it and go to a place and say, hey, I'll trade you some of this silver for this item. And, you know, that's a great way to barter. Now, one of the things that really inspired me to kind of put this video together was I recently came across Money Metals Exchange. And one of the things they do, which is pretty cool, is they have this silver starter kit. And it is a kit that they offer at their cost, or their employees' cost. And so what that does, it gets you started in silver. Now what they offer is a 1 ounce Canadian Maple Leaf, a 1 ounce Walking Liberty, a 1 ounce American Eagle, a ½ ounce Walking Liberty, and then 5 1/10 ounce Walking Liberties. And these are all 999 silver, and they're minted by the U.S. government, and of course, except for the Canadian Maple Leaf. And this gives you a starting point. And this runs according to the price of silver. Now, right now it's $17.59. This kit runs $76.02. at that price, and then they give you free shipping. It's kind of a lost leader really for them, because they send this in hopes that you'll consider buying more silver and start to really diversify, what you have in your portfolio. And then they have another kit, and this is another starter kit. It's a gold silver starter kit. And here we have 5 walking liberties, and then we have a 1/10 ounce gold coin. So it gives you a little bit of coin for the gold, and then you get a $5 face value in junk silver, which again, I love. This is in small denominations. It either comes in dimes, quarters, different things. This just happened to be all dimes. But one of the things about the dimes that I really like is that it's easier to be able to barter with the smaller denominations. And people know exactly what this is. You pull out a Mercury dime, they know that has value to it. And of course, these Eisenhowers as well, if they're pre-64. So this just is a great way to get started. I believe this kit, the gold kit with all this, runs $326.94, and it's actually just a great way to get started, even if you want to give a set to your kids or you want to get started. Now, I'll have all the information down below on where to get these. I just thought this was a great source, because I thought if I'm going to make the video, I need to at least give you guys a heads up on something that I'm doing. I've bought silver from other places, and this just seems to be a great source right now. Of course, down in the comments below, you can leave whatever you want to. But I kind of checked around the prices, and this was the best. And of course, with this starter kit that they're selling really at cost, you can't go wrong. Now, you only get one set at cost, and then the others are a little more expensive just to pay, which, they're in the business for making money. One of the things I do like, though, about the moneymetals.com is there's a ton of information. I mean, with this link, and you can check, they just have all the different information, how much really the silver content is in this junk silver, exactly why the prices are what they are. They offer a lot of other things too. So I just think it's a great resource to be able to go and to check it out. I've bought stuff from a couple of other ones before, and they were fine. And I really suggest, actually, buying silver that way. Because if you want to go on eBay, sometimes you'll have time to kind of figure it out, but you don't really know who you're buying from. With this, they're very accredited, and there was a lot of different things that they have 40,000 customers they've served, and the Better Business Bureau, and a lot of other things that kind of covered these guys. They also buy silver, so if you want to send your silver, which I definitely recommend not doing, keep it. Keep your silver. That's the most important thing, because right now in a volatile situation, I'll tell you what, guys, I know my parents, they've been kind of concerned watching the news and some of the talk about going into retirement funds and cutting Social Security and things like that. It is crazy what we're putting up with and listening to. And guys, you need to be able to have some kind of hedge to be able to protect yourself. And I think that silver is the way to go. Gold is definitely another asset that can be used. Now, do I also invest in the other precious metals of lead, brass, and steel? Yes. But guys, a lot of times, there may not be any kind of real violent upheaval. A lot of times we look at SHTF and we think we're going to be fighting roving gangs and, the zombie apocalypse and all that. But what happens is when people are just hungry and they're standing in line for food, and there's not, there may be some crime will increase, which in Argentina, that was one of the things that happened, was that the notice was that crime just started to increase more and more as people got more desperate. But even then, it was more of just a basic self-defense situation. They weren't firing off 500 rounds of .223. They just were defending themselves in a normal robbery type situation. And so having silver to be able to purchase food, to be able to purchase a shovel if that's what you need, or whatever other items you need. Silver to me is a great way. And then let's say the economy bounces back and everything is great, then take your silver and you can sell it. And you'll actually should be able to increase and make maybe a little bit of money on it. But again, this is not necessarily for investing. I'm not buying silver to invest it. I'm buying silver just to hedge my wealth and what little bit I do have. But this is just a great way to be able to get yourself in a decent situation, and also maybe get your kids, your grandkids, other people started in really putting value where it needs to go, into the actual metal and not into just some paper that looks like this now but may look like this later on down the road. Another thing too is with electronic banking and all the things we use with cards and stuff like that, this is going away in a hurry. I mean, they're really pushing to get money out of the way because they can't keep track of it. And that's one of the things they don't like. They like to know what you're doing. They like to know everything that's going on. And that's another reason why you need to pick up some silver or gold or brass and lead and steel. Now again, guys, I'm not an economist. I'm not a silver investing expert. In fact, I'm far from it. But I do see the value in putting back some silver and being able to protect, again, your wealth. Not necessarily as an investment, but it could turn into that. One of the things that in Argentina for FAO, which that is a great book, the Modern Survival Guide for the Coming Economic Collapse. I have a link down below. I've even done a review on that book. One of the things that he said was when the economy really tanked, the price of precious metals went through the roof. In fact, people were able to take a lot of their precious metals and sell it and pay off homes or pay off loans and really get themselves in good shape. And then after 3 days, there was an adjustment with the currency, and that was lost. So there are a lot of different reasons why that you need to have just some silver put back or gold to hedge against those kind of things. So check out moneymetals.com. Again, a great source, and I think that they will really take care of you. But of course there are other options out there, but that's just the one that I know, and I definitely feel that it's a good reputation and somebody you can trust, because a lot of times you don't know how these companies are going to do. And so Money Metals Exchange, I think that's a great way to go. So investing in silver for an SHTF situation, thumbs way up. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Now it's about 17 or exact, and it's actually moneymetals.com, and everybody pretty much worked there, or at least had people there. And so Money Metals Exchange, I think that's a great way to go.